Hi, Pisces. I feel like your soul is at this interesting intersection where it's all about like guarding the gates and also putting yourself out there and being like open and free. Like your heart is open in such an interesting way, but also you know how to protect it. Like something has shifted where you're learning how to protect yourself energetically, spiritually, physically. Go listen to Guarding the Gates by Lauryn Hill. That is a soul healing experience. Guarding the gates. Honestly, I would list that as your title, but that's not how the channeled song process works. Anyway, so much is shifting. Neptune's in Aries now, baby. I feel like you're getting closer to really freely being able to wow the fuck out. Go grab your stuff. Get ready. We got stuff to talk about. Hi, Pisces. What it do? It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025. And speaking again to that soul intersection, I just feel like Jupiter getting ready to go into exaltation in June. Jupiter in Cancer in his exaltation. Neptune leaving Pisces, leaving your sign, starting a whole new cycle, which is a big fucking deal. Takes Neptune like 165 some years to traverse the entire zodiac. And so he's starting a whole new cycle. And I just feel like so is your soul. Your soul is starting a whole new cycle. Your willingness, you're open in a different way. You have learned so many profound lessons that, like, you ready. You ready. Ooh, the high priest is coming. I haven't even asked for anything yet, but I do feel like we should take this. And it's funny that I'm saying guarding the gates. I'm keeping this. The high priestess is the keeper of the veil. She is the guardian between the physical and the spiritual worlds. Okay, this is not a drill. The cards are ready. So let's go ahead and clear out that funky ass energy and create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025. Hydrate, light it if you need it. Pisces, you don't be needing it as much as you think that you do. But anyway, first thing to be clarified on the selenite throne is what's going on with your relationship to your spirituality, what's going on with your relationship to me time, improving the quality of your me time, guarding your gates, being more selective, being more choosy, raising your standards. Neptune in Aries is going to glamorize Aryan qualities and not like Aries qualities. Let me quit trying to be funny. Um, so that individuality, that fight for what's right, that like knight like values, honor and valor and integrity, like all of those things, your aesthetic, your individuality, your concept of me, all of this stuff is coming up to be glamorized. And Aries is me. Aries is the sign of I am, and Neptune in Aries is going to glamorize your journey to a new level of individuality. And I feel like you become that mystical, hyper aware, hyper spiritual. Like you've already been that, but you're getting deeper and deeper and deeper into your sovereignty. You're getting deeper into the sovereignty of your spirit. Ooh, ooh, that feels nice, y'all. That feels nice. I've been dragging y'all. Spirit has been dragging y'all for like a year and a half. And I feel like fine a fucking Lee. Fine a fucking Lee. Y'all on. I just heard I'm on some dumb shit. And and it's not really you on dumb shit, not like Gemini. But I feel like you're on some like me first, fuck you, like let's fucking go kind of vibe because you know who you are at a different level than you did before. You're not so like clouded by your darkness. I feel like you appreciate it, you revel in it, you understand the power of your darkness. Understanding your darkness holds up the ceiling just as much as your light does, because dark is not bad, just like light is not good. They are the same thing. They're just opposite ends of a spectrum. And it's so funny that I have so much black and white theme going on with my hair and the robe and this card. Um, bruh, your connection to sensing and feeling is just it's developing. I also feel like some of you, those of you who are single, like you think you're going to be single for like you're like you've settled in with like I'm okay if I'm just alone forever, and that's so low-key annoying, but like that's not the case. You are not meant to be alone forever. I feel like some of you have just built yourself where, okay, some of y'all have overdeveloped the gates. Some of y'all have built a wall around yourself, and it's been hard to access you. But I feel like what was meant for bad, the divine makes good. Those walls that you've built up, I feel like just as you start getting ready to knock them down, there's somebody else that comes in and starts knocking those walls down too, brick by boring fucking brick. And you find your counterpart. The divine just needed you to develop into this like very, very self-aware, sovereign, spiritual version of yourself before the right person came in. Some of you who are in relationships or already committed or married, I feel like you've been in a place of maybe needing some isolation, or you've been needing more like a Pisces just texted me. That keeps happening this season. As I'm filming a reading, a person of that sign texts me. My phone don't go on fucking airplane mode anymore for some reason. And so all of my notifications come through while I'm reading, which is very annoying to me. But there, that's just interesting, the synchronicity of it all. And I just feel like those of you who are in committed relationships, you've needed this like alone time, or your partner has stuff going on and you may not feel like they're number one priority right now, but you are a priority to them. But you're being isolated on purpose. You're being like in the put in this like solitary place on purpose, those of you who are in a relationship, so that you can get here, so that you can get more solid in your me-ness, you know? All right, please continue for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025. I just feel like there's so much duality, that like guarding the gates, but the openness. Like it's almost like an invisible fence, like an invisible electric fence, like where you used to have like a fence up to your eyeballs and only you could see over it, and it was like concrete and reinforced. Now it's just like this invisible electric gate, and you don't have to do any of the work. You can move super freely about the cabin. You can just be like your whole self in a different way than you've been before. But when somebody that shouldn't be crossing that boundary crosses that boundary, not only are they going to get jolted because you're so protected. I'm taking this. I'm telling you, I told you that, okay, these two normally wouldn't. Okay, let me finish my sentence. Ooh, spirit, help me. Slow down. It's like the divine's not going to let in anybody that's not supposed to have access to you. Your protection is Aries is warrior energy. Neptune in Aries, Jupiter going into Cancer. Cancer is mother energy, and you know mamas don't fucking play. There is like you are being like held, you are being protected, you are being coddled, you are being like nursed back to health. And if and what I find so interesting is that okay, normally these are two figures that would not pair. Like they would not marry. You know, the origin of these cards, that's the depiction of a pope. This is ultimately a depiction of, you know, we'll say the equivalent of like a nun or someone who runs a convent, right? Um, they normally would not marry or would not pair, but if they were going to pair or marry anybody, it would be each other. They are each other's counterparts. They like, what is that? How does that song go? Where it's something like, I'm fine with just me, but we're better together, or some shit like that. Where it's just like, I'm doing good on my own, but like we're better together. I'm keeping this because I feel like some of you, especially you single ones, y'all are about to find your counterpart. You have been prepared for your counterpart. You've been prepared for commitment. The Four of Wands, I want to keep this too, but I'm going to keep shuffling. Some of you are about to find that person that you're going to marry. Some of you are going to find that person that you feel super safe and protected with. Some of you already have that, and you're getting ready to get deeper in the development of like your devotion to each other. Ooh, that was nice. Deeper in the development of devotion. That is beautiful. So you guys who are already committed and committed to somebody that you know like you're supposed to be, yeah, all that was happening these last couple years is the divine has been preparing you for a new relationship with yourself, a new relationship with your spirit, a new relationship with your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. Neptune in Aries is rebuilding. It's like rebuilding the bridge to your child, to your inner child, rebuilding the bridge to your passion. It's reconstructing a bridge to new projects. Like you're like for you to have the energy to dive into new projects, um, new passion projects, new connections. I feel like there's more exploring that's going to happen, more traveling that's coming up on deck. Um, some of you, there's a new relationship coming in. Those of you who are polyamorous, I feel like there's a new relationship, something that's going to be stirring up fire in you. Those of you who are in like polyamorous or in open relationships, I feel like there's just some new, fresh kind of like effervescence that's coming into your existing relationships, or there's a new partner coming in. I feel like also Pisces, what's keeping you from the next level? I feel like there's something. Aquarius got the Hierophant too. They got the Hierophant first, actually. So some of you may need to go watch the Aquarius reading, which I personally think has been the best reading of Taurus season. Didn't expect that. But I feel like there's a spiritual development, an energetic development that's leading to you to diving deeper into mentoring, teaching, um, sharing your wisdom with other people, going back to school, acquiring more knowledge, more information, putting yourself in this position where you realize like everything that you need answers for, you already have the answers, you already have the keys. New doors are going to be presenting themselves, and you're going to realize, oh shit, I got these keys. These keys are in my back pocket. These keys are right here. I'm holding them in my hand, and I've been looking around for them. You know that moment, like your keys are in your purse, and your purse is on you, or your keys are in your hand, and you walking around looking for your damn keys, or it's like that. And I just feel like all of a sudden you start to realize, I know what I need to unlock. I know what to use these keys for. And it's like embarking on this new cycle. This may be my new favorite reading for, we'll see what the next last two cards are. Final two cards, final two messages, please. But I just feel like there's an invigoration that's coming to your life. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that's coming in with that Page of Wands energy. It's like the initial stages of a new passion, the initial stages of new access to spirit-based decisions. Like, I feel like you guys are finally going to be making spirit-based decisions, not decisions based on your feelings, not decisions based on what makes sense. There's something about being led by your spirit, and I feel like your spirit is trying to take you on a new adventure. I feel like some of you need to get out in the desert. this spring or this summer. You need to spend time in the desert. You need to spend time in the Red Rocks. Granted, it's easy for me to say that because I live in Salt Lake City. And so I live in Utah, so I have access to the Red Rocks. But some of you that already watch me, ooh, I look cute. I feel like that's how you're starting to feel about yourself. Some of you are about to start working out. Some of you are about to start really taking care of yourself on a different level. And you're just going to be like attracted to yourself. You're going to be attracting in new energy, attracting in people who are just like passionate about you, attracting in lots of like new, fresh sexual energy. There's just an audacity, darling, that I feel like is coming in for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I just feel like it's fresh. I just keep wanting to say fresh. And I feel like an old skin is being like exfoliated off of you. And with the High Priestess and the Hierophant out, like I just heard with our powers combined, y'all about to cap and planet this hoe? Like, I don't know, but there's something there around like, okay, this doesn't have to be romantic. Because the Pisces that just texted me is one of my soulmates, but he's gay. You know what I mean? Like, but he is a counterpart to me. I have loved this man through over a decade. I've loved him through we have loved each other through so many phases of our existence. And I just feel like some of you are about to start to understand why certain people are in your life. And though there's been roller coasters or ups and downs, why they haven't left, or you're about to start figuring out what it is, why they're a pillar of your life, why the divine just keeps letting you have them. You know what I mean? Like why I just feel like you have a soul contract with somebody and y'all are about to start building something very solid. It's interesting, these pillars. I can't stop looking at the pillars, the Boaz and Joaquin, and then the pillars of the Hierophant. There's just something about like we about to build something. I'm on some dumb shit. I don't know why that keeps coming up. I haven't listened to that song in years, but I feel like I'm on, for some reason that translates to me as like I'm about to move a mountain with my faith. I'm about to look, I may be doing something that looks stupid to y'all or that looks dumb to y'all, but watch me work. Watch me accomplish some great shit by way of just operating in my faith and applying my faith to this thing, applying my knowledge, my education. Somebody has the spirit, somebody has the spiritual access, and somebody has the know-how. Somebody has the talent, somebody has um the experiential wisdom or the education. There's something there about like with our powers combined. Some of you need somebody else to help you create something, and I feel like you need somebody else to help you create a new life, a new business, a new passion, whatever it is. And it's slowly developing, slowly revealing itself. Please continue for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025. It's interesting also, only Capricorn got more than one major arcana. And so you already have 2 out. And so I feel like whenever you first see this, that's when the major like cosmic road signs start to reveal themselves. The cosmic redirection comes in. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and the Tower. This feels good, y'all. This is not something to fear. This is like suddenly, I'm telling you, I'm on some dumb shit. And you about to build, like you're about to tear some shit down. There's some sudden changes. I feel like you're bravely going into, like bravely facing the deconstruction of your old self. Bravely being able to watch those towers fall. Wherever there was like cracks in the foundation, wherever there was like pillars of fear or pillars Yeah, I feel like there's just something like you've been hiding. Pisces, some of y'all have been hiding in this tower. And the divine is like, sorry, you won't move actively. So I'm going to like create some situation. It may involve somebody with Aries, Scorpio, or Aquarius placements. I'm gonna create a scenario where you're forced to get out of this ivory tower, where you're done, like you're not allowed, I feel like, to hide your talents, to hide your gifts, to hide away, to just sleep, drink, or eat, or smoke, or whatever, numb yourself out. You're not allowed to anymore. If you're watching, if you are under the sound of my voice, you are not allowed to hide your gifts anymore. And spirit is about to like smoke you out this shit, smoke you out of your comfort zone. Like, I feel like tear gas is like being thrown into your comfort zone and you can't stay there anymore. And you're going to have to free fall into your faith. Final card, final message. But hydrate. But there is somebody that I feel like is an active agent in this, or the divine has assigned to you to hold your hand. And I think they have Aries, Scorpio, or Aquarius placements. Maybe Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn as well. Maybe Leo. Something struck, something hit. And I feel like, ooh, you can't stay in that comfort zone anymore. You can't hide. And the clouds of your subconscious, that mental fog is being cleared out. And while you're in the free fall, your faith is developing. While you're in the midst of the fire, your strength is developing. So the divine's going to start asking you, what are you so afraid of? You are the only sign that got 4 major arcana. 4 out of 5 cards are major arcana. Taurus season is going to be very big for you. And you're not going to see how big it is, because you may not understand, like, this is something that's going on behind the veil. This is something that's going like behind the scenes, behind the curtain. I do feel like that some of you, your ego has been hurt in such a way that it's actually activated you. This is on purpose. This happened on purpose. Sorry to put it that way. But everything is happening for you, because the divine wants you coming out of your fucking comfort zone and wants you acknowledging, what are you so afraid of? When are you going to tap into that willpower? When are you going to apply that willpower to create the life that you want to live? 9 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This is the end of that dark night of the soul. This is the end of an era. I feel like an ending of a cycle in the realm of your mind, an ending of the hiding. Be sure to check out that Taurus season astrology video that has all the important astrological dates. And also come join my ethical cult, please. Me and the Spartan Spirit Squadron are going to be clarifying all of these cards on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Over there's all kinds of astrological content, and there's also a tier for daily readings. So check that out. The links are in the description box below. And speaking of the description box, the title of this reading is actually a channeled song. So check out the description box so you can get your song. It's like another additional message, baby. Why not? Anyway, I'm going to show you a little bit of what's underneath this bottom of the deck, because I love you. Bruh, this is a whole nother reading mode, so we're only touching this lightly. You gotta come over to Patreon and talk more about this. There is an ending of a cycle in the realm of your mind. You have been in that 9 of Swords energy for too long, and you being here, lying your way through life, you have been ignoring the trumpet of truth that's been sounding. You've been ignoring the calling on your life. I feel like you have been ignoring the fact that the divine's trying to tell you, yo, you have some very specific gifts and skill sets and talents that I have given you, and you have let those muscles atrophy. And I've been trying to get your fucking attention for a while. And because you didn't want to listen, because you didn't want to get off the fence, because you wanted to stay comfortable, because you wanted to stay in that anxiety or the depression or in your comfort zone, whatever the fuck it was, I am activating you. You all of a sudden, you've been repressing your true desires. You've been choosing comfort over victory. And a lot of people, I just hear people like, well, that sounds like hustle culture and blah, 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 blah. You are not here to be comfortable. You begged to come down here so you could fucking play video games and eat. Make it make sense. That is not what you incarnated to do. You know that, right? You didn't come down here to just struggle and just evade and to just be in your fantasy land, or you didn't come here, you didn't incarnate to be anxious or depressed or just be somebody's employee. You didn't come here to be someone's mom or someone's dad or someone's wife or husband or spouse. You came here to do something very specific, in your internal success mechanism, aka your intuition has been trying to like breadcrumb you there. But a lot of you have been repressing this access to the divine, ignoring the trumpet of truth, the writing that's on the wall, the call to get off the fence and to take heed on the calling on your life. There is a reckoning that is like due to you. And I just feel like you've been ignoring the course correction, and you can't ignore this shit no more. Divine's like, all right. That's what happens when we ignore judgment, when we ignore this trumpet of truth that's sounding in our lives, when we like la 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 la, nine of swords your way through this. We subconsciously and spiritually ask for the tower, because the tower is going to be like, okay, you're not listening. I will make every single thing uncomfortable so that you have to be like, okay, I'm paying attention now. That shit's avoidable if you just listen to the trumpet, if you listen to the call, if you listen to your heart, if you listen to your spirit. We all do it. So, don't feel bad. But the divine is ushering a very specific turning point for you. And it's going to have you encountering your strengths in a different way. It's going to have you overwhelming. Like, I feel like a swelling up of courage, a swelling up of bravery, raw, like physical, spiritual, sexual energy coming in. A new access to your willpower. You need to check where you have Leo in your chart and start doing a little research on that. Because the days of this are over. And you finally get to step into your motherfucking power. You finally get to step into your position. I just heard that I put this quote on my Instagram. It's like, you're not being punished, you're being repositioned. I'm ready to clarify these cards. I'll see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Come on, let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.